Hello everyone, thank you for taking the time to view this presentation. My name is Laura Curioso and I will be presenting on ceramic implantable devices. Overview for today, we're going to go over the FY14 projections, expansion into the biomedical market, benefits of these ceramic implantable devices, anticipated challenges of developing these new devices, and what we need to do to move forward. So we're mostly doing military business right now, and we're trying to go into the other different markets, but one thing we can definitely go into is the biomedical market. There's going to be a huge anticipated growth for this, and I think it will really benefit our company as we can develop a whole new product line and expand our business overall in general. So right now, one of the problems out there is there's a growing need for wireless monitoring. There's a lot of people that are aging now, and just the world population is expanding, and there's not enough doctors to monitor everybody. So a big thing I'm going to talk about in the next couple of slides is there's going to be a big, huge push for home monitoring. They just need to be more robust in general. So one of these solutions to customize to our particular company needs would be to create something that's ceramic-based, since we are a ceramics-based company. There's really nothing out there that's ceramic-based yet. So these next couple of slides I'm showing here are from a research firm called Frost & Sullivan. So right here is, there's just, what's driving growth around the world. So right now, for the United States, it has 42%. So this next slide is a technology convergence in medical devices. So basically, what technologies in the medical device industry are growing? As I was mentioning before, medical device connectivity is a big one. There is a big push, like I was saying, for wireless communication. Nanotech advances, this would be mainly in like the neuro and the head. So another thing here that they do highlight is flexible electronics. This is something we can look into in the future as a ceramics company, since ceramic itself obviously isn't that bendable. We could get them down to a small size where they could fit inside flexible electronics, but it's something to look at in the future. So that's why I put a box around these three main things. So opportunities that are expanding in the market right now are what I highlighted here, in particular that we need to concentrate on are personalized medicine. The patient can go home and the doctor can remotely monitor them. Remote systems monitoring and neuro stimulation, which pretty much like as I was saying before, where they put sensors inside the head and people with like epilepsy, brain trauma, where you need to monitor even basic things such as sleep. They can monitor these things. So currently, right now, they're projecting a $342 billion market for all these types of devices. So I want to concentrate here on the 72% of these is going to be treatment devices. And of that 72%, as you can see, the arrow pointing here is just the consumables market, 29% of that, just in the hospital, at home. It's kind of like throwaways. I could go on about this. So basically, as I was explaining before, there's a bunch of slides supporting this. Benefits to Anaren expanding into the biomedical market. It's not prone to infections. Provides a low-cost solution. Because it can stay in the body a lot longer, it becomes minimally invasive because we're going to get these devices down to such a small scale where the person, they could just like outpatient surgery, they just insert it in there and the person could be out in the hospital in days rather as opposed to because they're not in the hospital this long, or they can go stay home and do whatever they need to. They don't need to go to as many doctor's appointments. This, in general, improves the quality of life. So I use ceramic implantable devices specifically. There's a high acceptance rate into the body. Aluminum, which is the type of ceramic we use the most, has been proven and just highly acceptable into the body in general. Gold and silver, which is going to be used for to print all these electrical circuits with on this ceramic chip, already accepted into the body, or being used in other current medical devices that are already being implanted into the body. The porous properties specifically of ceramic can also allow for drug delivery, and because ceramic is so robust, bacterial growth in general is very low on these things. They don't have to take them out as often. Another reason they have to remove sometimes all these implants is they get infected. So anticipated challenges of growing into this biomedical market is, I don't believe right now we have anything that is FDA approved. We currently make chips that go into medical devices, but we leave it up to the secondary medical companies who sell these things to, because we generally make the components, as I understand. We leave it up to them to get the FDA approval. And so if we do something like this, we're going to have to, for the first time, go through FDA approval. And that includes clinical trials. And once we get all that passed, we're going to have to market these products, which we've never done before. But I think it'll be very exciting. And we'll have to look at several funding options. So I want to go over the design path of what we need to do to accomplish this. So right now we need to assess the capability. From there, once we figure out what we need to do, we can then go into the design phase. And once we design these first couple of prototypes, we're going to have to keep on testing, see what the FDA likes, and keep tweaking this design until we get the FDA certification. For the post-market observation, we're going to have to, what we've never done before, is monitor these products, keep documentation of anything that goes wrong over time. So that'll be a new challenge for us. So right here is the development timeline of what we need to do. So I split it up into essentially 4 stages. I'm estimating right now that this is going to take a good 2 years to develop because of just the FDA approval alone. Can be a very long and rigorous process. So we need to essentially assess our capabilities. We need to figure out our engineering requirements, what the customers are looking for. We figure out what our new technologies we can push over to these new ceramic devices. We go into the development phase. So stage 2 is when we start to do the design, FDA approval process, what we need to go through, facilities, what we need to do to expand, equipment upgrades, manufacturing, just the whole planning in general. Of course, secure the funding. Stage 3 is the marketing of this, once we get the FDA approvals, we can launch these products. So stage 4 is just after we launch the product, we got to monitor it, see how successful it is. After a couple months after it's been selling for a while, we need to assess whether we can update this product at all, whether we want to branch out more products similar to what we've released. So funding. We could get funding from VC firms, federal grants, as I was saying earlier, and partnerships with the university. We can also go to the private companies themselves and see if they want to partner up with us. To move forward, we need to secure funding. We need to assemble a team to assess our capability, establish the official timeline. What I was showing before is just a general outline of what we need to determine production capability, and at the very end of this, where do we get the prices at so we can make a profit. So when it comes to pricing, here's the anticipated budget. I'm estimating that it's going to be a little less than $2 million between equipment, materials, possible facilities upgrades, validation testing to go through to get the FDA approval, additional personnel that we would probably have to hire to maintain this product line, and whether we file a couple of patents from this, that's going to cost a minimum $10,000 per patent because it is a company patent. So even though the budget is a little under $2 million to develop this whole thing, I'm projecting, based on some research that I did, that most biomedical companies spend around, for the first time, like 30% of their sales and production costs. So right now, if we got a little less than $2 million, I'm projecting a little over $6 million per year, and can grow, depending on how many products we release. Once we establish ourselves in the market, this can grow exponentially. To summarize, we need $1,175,000 in funding, but this shouldn't be a problem as we have many outlets to get this funding. And personally, I don't think that's that much to develop a biomedical device for the first time. We've never done it before. It's relatively cheap, yes, especially considering that projected sales are going to be around $6 million a year. Right now, we do components that go into biomedical devices, but people don't really know who we are, and if we manufacture these products directly to the consumer, through a doctor, through a hospital, and to go by our company motto, what do we think of next? I think this is it. So thank you for your time. If you have any questions, let me know. My contact information is listed here in the slide. And also, these are the references of all the pictures that I've used, the statistics from Frost and Sullivan. These are all these references if you want to refer them further. Thank you.